Welcome back, Heroclix fans. Today I have another Heroclix video featuring Captain America 2 Winter Soldier. This is the complete set, figure 1 through 12 from the comic book set. There is a mass market at like Target where you can get 3 other exclusive figures, but this is what you can get out of the comic hobby shop set. Also from this, the comic hobby book set, you get this chase figure, which is Black Widow and Captain America. So that is pretty cool. We'll take a look at that a little later. I normally do an unboxing for these new sets, but my distributor and my ordering were messed up for this particular set for some reason. So it was pretty much almost a month late. So anyways, we are still doing a video, but instead of unboxing it, I'm just going to go over the figures and do a quick review of each one of them. And, you know, we'll see if the set is worth it, see if any of these figures are some figures that you definitely want to pick up. So, we have Captain America. This is kind of like the jumper suit here. And it's kind of like the new, I wouldn't say spandex, but it's a very tight suit. This is kind of like the new military, almost kind of like the Steve Rogers costume uniform in the comics, but a little bit different in all blue with the shield on the back. So this is pretty cool. I will go into depth each one of the figures afterwards. This is a shield soldier. He's 125, but he has alter ego into 65 points, which is actually pretty good. Shield Soldier is 45 points, pretty basic. Then we have Black Widow here for 114. This one's a really nice figure. It's kind of expensive for a Black Widow, but she does a lot of good stuff. We have Batrox. This is the first villain that we see in the movie, and I could swear it was GSP from the Ultimate Fighting Championship, but it could have been someone else, but it sure as heck looked like him. Then we have Shield Agent, just another standard generic figure. All of the generic characters for this set are actually pretty useful. They actually give some pretty unique bonuses. Then we have Falcon. I'm really glad they added this character in this set, kind of like the War Machine of the Iron Man movies. But obviously a totally different character, different fit, uniform, but it's kind of like that sidekick type, the male sidekick, because Black Widow has been in quite a bit of the films with Iron Man now and Avengers. But Falcon was pretty awesome in the film. I loved that character, and really stoked that it was in the set. Then we have a Shield Commander, very basic here. He's alright, he's 65 points. But he doesn't, I think one of his best powers is once you push him on a second click. But he starts off with leadership. Then we have Winter Soldier. And this figure is extremely good. It's 100 points. He starts with stealth. He has these sniper nests that we'll cover a little bit later. But he's really good. And if you haven't seen the film, and it's been out just for a few days now, but this film was actually really good. Winter Soldier was a great villain. I actually, on the internet, I actually heard people talking, or a couple people mention, it's like Terminator. And actually, when I was watching that, I read that little bit of the review before I watched the film, and it totally came across like he was like a Terminator. So, and Terminator's awesome. So that is really cool. And if you know anything about Captain America in the comics, Winter Soldier actually plays a huge part. Not necessarily always as the Winter Soldier, but Bucky ties in with Captain America. Won't do any spoilers, but it's a great character, and it's really cool. It's really cool. I think they did a really good job with the Winter Soldier Captain America film. It was great. Then we have Steve Rogers back here. This is the character that AE's into the first Captain America over here. It's a solid piece. Nothing spectacular. Some outwit, stealth, precision strike and some shape change, but when he AEs over to the Captain America, it's a really good fit. So then we have this tool right here. I didn't actually catch his name in the film, but his name is Brock Rumlow. Okay, I didn't even know that was his name, but this figure is actually really good. We have stealth, we have psychic blast, we have toughness, sharpshooter, indom, and close combat expert. 6 range, 2 targets, 105 points, which is respectable, and I mean, this is in 6 range. I think this figure is quite good, actually. He doesn't really stand up all that well at close combat with just the toughness 17, but as a sharpshooter, stealthy, psychic blaster with 3 damage, if you do base him and you can't like charge on him, he's got close combat expert to smack you. He's a beast, actually. He might he's a good character. I don't know what else to say about him. Then we have Maria Hill. Now she has a really interesting outwit power where she can use outwit and then like use outwit through an opposing character. It's like double agent power. We'll cover it, but it's actually pretty neat. She can be given a power action and count the range and draw a line of fire from an opposing character. So she can use her range through an opposing character to get that outwit and tight corners on your opponent. That's kind of nice. Then we have the standard Captain America looking figure here that we've kind of come to custom to. It's a little bit more expensive, 135 points, the most expensive Captain America in this set, other than the duo figures. But yeah, let's cover them a little bit more in depth, but I want to go into just a tad that I think this set is actually one of the better sets. It's 12 figures, and each one of the figures I think plays a key part. Even though the generics are generics, they have a role, they have some powers. I think if you're looking for some SHIELD figures, this is a great set to pick up. The SHIELD Soldier and the SHIELD Agent have some really nice powers to make SHIELD teams really, really competitive. And I think you're going to really enjoy this set. So like we said, this is Captain America. He is 125 points. He has improved movement where he ignores characters. If Captain America is part of a theme team, opponents do not modify the result of the roll to establish first player. So they don't get a bonus for their theme team. So that's kind of cool. But he has to be a part of a theme team. Like we have stealth, that special attack power. When Captain America makes a ranged attack and hits after the action is resolved, he may make a second ranged attack with a locked damage value of 2, which is not bad, it's 3 here. When he does, he draws line of fire and counts range from the hit character. So it's like the shield in the film where he hits it off people. That is really neat. Anything else we want to note here? Nothing special wise. I think this is a pretty solid Captain America. I'm going to go to the dial really quick here, but I want you to see. So it's standard Captain America stuff here. This is the AE that you get for 65 points. Run and shot, you get that bouncing people, hitting them with the shield, and it's locked at 2 energy shield deflection with range combat expert. Not bad at all. And that's pretty much this Captain America, but it's a solid piece. And for the points, it's a playable Captain America. Then we have this SHIELD Soldier. The major thing I want to cover here is we have the SHIELD TA, which is always nice. You get that plus range to your friendly characters, so they're next to each other. He would get plus to his range because of this SHIELD agent. So that's really good, and a lot of people tend to forget that, and they set up for position thinking they're out of your range, but the shield can be tricky because they're like, oh, I'm going to use my shield to boost up my range. It's quite nice. The character can't boost his own range up. He needs another shield agent adjacent to him to do that. They don't necessarily need line of fire. Also, if you have the shield TA, you can give the character a power action and they boost up a adjacent friendly characters damage for range. So that's also good. It's kind of like enhancement, but you have to power action it. But enhancement it benefits all adjacent characters, but in shield you have to assign it to the guy. Anyways, you guys know. The special power here is give shield soldier a power action when a friendly character with the shield keyword and higher point value is within 8 squares. Choose empower or enhancement. Shield soldier can use the chosen power this turn. So now it's not necessary. I was thinking, wow, that's not the greatest because you have to give him a power action to give him enhancement instead of using the TA. But thinking about it is you get the you do use the power action to give enhancement, and you also have empower, which is enhancement at close combat. So it's better than just enhancement. And you are blowing the power action instead of using the shield, but I think there's some benefits there, and the empowered kind of gives you the options. Black Widow is another. This figure is extremely good. I was reading it and I was like really impressed with what this this character has to offer. I said Maria Hill had the double agent. It's actually Black Widow that has the double agent power. What I said what her power works as, that was the power, but that power is actually called playing both sides, which is kind of double agent, but you know what I mean. Her trait is actually double agent. When Black Widow is part of a theme team and she uses probability as a result, you may reduce the number of times your opponent can use probability from being a theme team instead of you. So if you use your theme probs with her, technically you're not using up your theme probs, you're using up your opponent's theme probs. That is pretty cool. And it says you may. So first of all, you're going to choose to use your opponent's probs, and then you're going to be like, okay, well then now I'll use my theme probs. So that's really cool. And when she uses probability control as a result of being part of a theme team, she is not given an action token. When you use the theme team probs, you have to give an action token. She does not take them. So that's really cool. So now that's just one part of her being awesome. She's got both of the TAs, which is great, so she can see through stealth, and she ignores hindering terrain for movement as well. The special power up top is outwit, run and shot, and stealth. She's got precision strike, she's got indom, combat reflexes, and shape change. So that's something to really not be shabby. That's just amazing. She's going to be able to crack, damage reducers, hard to hit up at close combat. She's in stealth, she's got run and shot, she can bounce in and out of hindering terrain. So for the points, she's good. She is good for the points, but if she does get hit, she'll go down quite easily. She also has a special on attack power later on in the dial. Here, let's get to it. Let's take a look. Like right here, Black Widow can use incap. When she does, after the action's resolved, hit characters are dealt 1 penetrating damage. So basically right here, you could sidestep next to someone, hit them with incap, give them a token, and then be like, penetrating damage. That's beautiful. Now you also have the close combat expert, so you can decide what you want to do, but putting a token on someone and hitting them with penetrating damage could potentially be better than the 4 damage you could do there. Or you can boost up your attack. So that's pretty cool. We'll go through the dial right here. So as you can see, it really is that top dial. That's the really critical part here. So we have Batrox here. Like I said, it's GSP. It was a surprise. We have a trait of leap, climb, and sidestep. That's pretty nice. We have the special movement for charge and flurry. And we have, let's see, incap, super senses, and exploit weakness. So you're not going to be able to charge, flurry, exploit weakness, but you can decide to charge and exploit weakness, or just charge and flurry. So that's up to you. But you have sidestep as well to kind of get like a sidestep and then a charge. So you can really get some massive movements there. And that's really cool. That's pretty much the gist of him. We'll run through this dial. 85 points though. This is kind of interesting because we have plasticity, in-cap, super senses, and shape change. It's not an overly powerful click for attack, but for tying up people, this is brilliant. I mean, this is what you want to tie up a character. Shape change so you can't get away, and then to hit him, it's going to be extremely hard because you have to go through shape change and super senses. But for 85 points, let's be honest, that's kind of expensive for a tie-up piece, but he also has the potential to attack. So it's like, I'm attacker, really good, and I can tie you up. I want to attack, you get the charge flurry, now we're tying you back up. Now we don't have the super senses, but now we're 18 from close combat and we got precision strike. So even though we have 1 damage, we can still go through damage reducers. So this is a pretty solid, respectable piece, and you just may have to push him to get to where you really need to be. So learning dials is critical in this game as well. So we have the shield agent here. Very standard, nice points, you know, very low, 36 points. You have the shield TA. That's going to be something that you guys might want to pick up. And he has Empower. Now Empower is only for close combat to boost up their damage for adjacent characters, but this is the cool thing about this guy. And if you remember the GSX, I can't remember the name of them, but they gave Mastermind to characters. Basically you gave, I think it was Hellfire Guards, they gave, basically you would play them and they would give Magneto Mastermind. So Magneto would then mastermind the damage off to them, and Magneto would just be super hard to kill. And this guy is this, this is the new Hellfire Guard for shield. So when a friendly character with the shield keyword and higher point value is within 8 squares, that character can use Mastermind, but only deal damage to friendly characters with the name Shield Agent. It's brilliant. So you're going to be carrying them next to people, and they give Empower, so if someone tries to base the other guys, they can dish out some more damage, but not the enhancement. But you got the shield to boost up your range, and if you want to activate it, you can get the damage. But it's a kind of a short dial here, and you get enhancement later on if you take a hit. So you have right here, you know, if you mastermind the damage off to them, now they got enhancement and shield. It's a pretty good combination. And for 36 points, you know, it's 5 clicks, right? So, you know, you would want to say probably two hits here, probably 2-hit kill. On a really big hit, yeah, it's 1 hit, but normally I would say KO on 5, that's probably 2 hits. Then we have Falcon, which is a really cool character here, and he has a trait, and Falcon's attack value is not modified by the move and attack ability. As you see here, he has the transporter ability, which allows him to fly and carry characters and have hypersonic, but you only make but the thing about him is when you use this hypersonic, the transporter, move and attack, you have to subtract 2 from your attack, but this trait allows him to not subtract 2 from his attack. So that's really cool. Makes him a viable hypersonic move and attack character, which he should be. And this is actually kind of neat because he has 2 guns, 2 targets. Makes perfect sense, right? So that's nice. Let's see here. We also have energy shield deflection and toughness for the defense. And we have Falcon and friendly characters named Captain America adjacent when this action begins can use the chosen power until your next turn. So that's cool. You give him a free action, and if Captain America is next to you, you can choose if they both have Empower, Enhancement, or Sidestep. So that's something that you want to look into here. Let's take a look really quickly through this dial here. You see it dip down there, and now it came into more of a close combat character. Like he loses his wings here and only has Perplex, and then now he's kind of like a grounded character, even though it's not really grounded, but you know what I mean. But that's kind of neat. Actually, he only has, yeah, he has it there too. Yeah, I like this character. It's pretty good. For the points, 105 points, you can give Captain America some bonuses, and they work really well together. Moving on to the Shield Commander. Now this is one of the guys I was mentioning a little bit earlier. He doesn't have that great of stats and powers. It's like, I don't know, this one is, it is a generic, and I don't know. Let's just take a look at him. He's got the running shot, energy explosion, 6 range, 2 targets, toughness, and leadership. And that's not necessarily bad. I mean, it's 65 points. I guess, I mean, it is a solid starting click there. I mean, you can't really argue that. I mean, you're dealing 3 damage, and you got the energy explosion. The thing about it is, it's only 6 range, and you're doing, but you do have the shield to boost up your range. But like, he has a special power that makes him really interesting, but you have to push him, and then you drop on your damage. And let's read that power. When adjacent to friendly characters with the shield keyword, shield commander can use empower and enhancement. So you have to push him, and then now he has enhancement or empower. And when you combine shield and enhancement, you have a potential to do 2+ damage. So that's pretty good. You know, I like that. I just you know, that starting click, it's like, it's decent. I guess that's my problem. It's a decent starting click, but if you want the enhancement, you have to push to get off of it, and that just kind of rubs me the wrong way. Just, there's something about it I don't really like. And then if you look at the rest of the dial, it's basically just that power. You know, like, he really is only the first click for leadership and this run and shot energy explosion. Okay, and then you have this click. The damage output here is not reliable without being able to break, you know, damage reducers other than toughness. But the special power is what really makes him nice. But after that, I mean, it's literally just that for 65 points for enhancement. So that's where I'm saying it's like, there's potential to be good there, but there's also like, there's just something about him. And then we have the very popular Winter Soldier. Now, I'm going to read this power here. It's really complex, and I'll try to explain it. Sniper's Nest. Once per game, give Winter Soldier a power action. Place 3 Sniper Nest terrain markers on the map, and place Winter Soldier in one of those squares. When he occupies one of those markers, he can use Ranged Combat Expert. Lines of fire cannot be drawn to him, and he may not be given actions except power actions to use Ranged Combat Expert. So there's still more. So basically, once per game, at any point of the game, you decide you want to throw out your Sniper Nests. You go power action, you put 3 nests on the map. You can be anywhere you want to go. You can use strategy to get the perfect positions, and then you put Winter Soldier into one of those Sniper Nests. Now, lines of fire cannot be drawn to him, period. You can't draw lines of fire to him. Your opponent can't draw lines of fire to him. So that means he can only be punched at that point. So, also, you can only use Ranged Combat Expert when you're there. So, and you do not have Sharpshooter. And then we have once per turn,